first things first, while we watch this Planet Minjay video, I just want to let y'all know. We respect Planet Minjay here. Y'all be nice. If he says something that you don't like, just be like, oh, I don't agree with this or something. But yeah, I don't want to seem like I'm hating on anybody. He said choose violence. Stop. No. It's only because he did my computer. Please don't send hate. In all honesty, we're here to get information. And if we disagree with something, okay, I'm gonna just let y'all know, even if I act out and have a dramatic outburst, that doesn't mean I hate the person. Or in the chat, I'm pretty sure in the chat, like, if the chat says something that may seem toxic, y'all just know, everybody in the chat, everybody in the comments, don't take this to heart. Everybody has opinions, and you can probably not agree, but that doesn't mean be a dickhead. You know what I'm saying? I don't want Minjay to get hate. You know what I'm saying? At all. He's very informative, and I kind of respect it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, I just want to like make sure everything known before we do the disclaimer. I'm here to just give some info. And if I disagree, I'll probably have an outburst. But that doesn't mean I hate him. So with that being said, this is K-pop's 6th member curse. I don't know if in this title he said he is destined to lose a member, like if he has like memberships or anything, but or if it says like if you have a 6-member group, you're going to lose a member. I don't know. I don't know anything about this. The only curse thing I know is the 7-year curse, and there's that. But let's go. Let's get some info, y'all. Let's go.
Disclaimer. This video will include mentions of school violence and bullying. Please continue watching at your own discretion. In order to help end bullying, 50% of this video's earnings will be donated to the United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund, responsible for protecting childhoods worldwide. Thanks so much for watching.
I know exactly who's going to be in this. Let's just get a little spoiler. Oh shit. Okay, this is what I was thinking was here. We gotta spoil it. Y'all, I spoiled it. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's go. Let's get it. Hey. Hey, yeah. Ah.
Whenever a K-pop idol leaves their group, it's usually a pretty big deal. The nature of K-pop and its culture makes people get used to and attached to groups in the form they are first introduced to them in. So when one of those members leave or get kicked out of a group, it changes how people view them forever, really.
Oh yeah, one more thing. Hey Wano, how you doing? One more thing. The information I get in a video or in the chat does not mean that that's how I feel, and it's not set in stone. If I'm wrong, if I say something that's wrong, I'll admit that I'm wrong. And I will still do more research off stream, off the video, just to make sure everything is good. So I wanted to say that too as well.
Hey, I just came here to tell you guys that I have a Patreon. Honestly, if you've seen the amount of videos I have on my channel, you can imagine how much stuff is on there.
It's the stuff that YouTube won't let me upload, like anything that gets blocked, like K-dramas, paid content, just variety show, pretty much anything K-pop that gets, the boot and not allowed on the channel.
So go over there real quick to support the community, support the channel and subscribe, and let me know how you like it. Deal? All right, bet. Now back to the video.
This doesn't happen too often, and most groups keep their original lineup from debut until disbandment. However, recently people have been noticing a discrepancy with this. I don't know how many of you have noticed, but there's been a sort of phenomenon going around in K-pop that has happened in almost every case where it could happen, and this is a phenomenon known as the 6-member curse. The 6-member curse is something that applies to a relatively large amount of 6-membered K-pop groups where at least one of them has left the group permanently. And since so many really popular groups have experienced this, it's become a pretty hot topic of discussion. Of course, not every 6-member group has lost a member, but even for me, I've become a little bit anxious over some of my favorite 6-member groups after seeing what's happened to others. In today's video, I'll be going over a few prominent groups that have experienced this curse and share some information as to what happened to them and the member that left.
Yeah, Jay.
Oftentimes, there is a level of controversy or even criminal allegation tied to the former members of these groups, so I also want to add that I won't won't be sharing any personal bias in this video, or at least will be doing my best not to. And to demonstrate this, I'll share arguments that people have both for and against these former idols.
Look at that. Journalistic integrity. That's lovely. We love that shit. I need some of that. But what was I about to say? I was about to say something. Oh, do y'all think, this is my question at the beginning of the video. This is for everybody in the comments on YouTube and the chat as well. Do y'all think that labels are gonna take note to this and work around it, or they're just gonna be like, fuck it? I don't know. Cause I don't know. No.
There are also going to be a few links in the description
Probably 'cause
down below
publicity
where
too.
I got a lot of the information that I used to make this video. So if you want more context, please feel free to go check that out. At the end of this
Absolutely
video, I'm
not.
also going to be
Okay.
talking about one group who I think beat the
They don't
curse. And this entire video is going to be separated into different sections based on what group I'm talking about. So if you want to skip ahead, feel free to do that too. Last thing before we
no
start,
skips.
make sure you follow me on my newly made Instagram account. I used to be
Hey.
only on Twitter, but now that man owns the website, we're switching to Instagram. So the link to my
Hey! For real? Are you serious? Just because Elon Musk owns Twitter now? God damn, cuz that's crazy. He called him that man. I'm sorry, I called him Elon Musk. That's who owns Twitter, and he turned that into a shithole. Not gonna lie.
The page will be in the pinned
Y'all
comment
have fun
down
on
below.
Twitter.
Or you can just click on the screen. As you can see, my @ is Planet Minjay, but
I'm sorry. Y'all, why? Tell me why as soon as that man Elon Musk bought Twitter, I seen like 17 verified people. Some of them only had 200 followers.
no space. Alright, this intro has gone on long enough,
Oh,
so
God.
without further ado,
Anyway,
let's talk
let's
about
go.
the first group.
I-dle. Okay.
I feel like the first group that pops into everyone's mind when they think of formerly 6, now 5-member K-pop groups is I-dle, so it felt fitting to talk about them first. And prepare yourselves because this section is by far the longest. I-dle initially debuted in 2018 as a 6-member group consisting of Soyeon, Minnie, Miyeon, Uki, Sujin, and Shuhwa. They were instantly successful with their debut song La Ta Ta and received multiple music show wins for it, and continue to win awards with their following comebacks.
Okay.
The group also made an appearance on the survival show Queendom, which really boosted the size of their fandom.
As it
Everything
should.
was looking up for the group. That is, until 2021. For those who don't know, shortly after the release of I-dle's song Hwa in January of 2021, now former member Sujin was accused of school bullying by alleged middle school classmates of Sujin's on the social media platform Pan. A little sidebar, if you haven't already, I really recommend watching this video I made that's in the top right corner, where I talked about the nature of Pan as a social media platform and why it's not the most trustworthy, but anyways. The most serious accusations against Sujin were of actions such as stealing, verbal harassment, and slapping others by an alleged victim who shared a KakaoTalk screenshot where they shared their experiences with their sister as proof. However, there wasn't any definitive evidence against Sujin, and the most evidence that most people had of their relationship to her were pictures of their school diplomas or other documents that prove they went to the same school as her. After these accusations, news sources started to report on the scandal, and it became more widely known among K-pop fans and the general public in Korea, which only increased the urgency for Sujin's company Cube Entertainment to resolve the issue. So
I kind of find that interesting how like in Korea the school bullying thing is a big deal, and over here it's like nobody cares. Like, this is coming from a nigga that's been bullied. Like, it's interesting. Like, wow.
not long after, Cube released a statement denying the rumors and said they would take legal action against people who spread false rumors. This made people start to move past the controversy, and things were looking up for Sujin. However, this changed after the involvement of actress Seo Shine, who was classmates with Sujin in middle school as well. After alleged victims of Sujin brought this controversy to light and failed to be taken as seriously as they may have expected, actress Seo Shine posted on Instagram the words, "None of your excuse." People came to the conclusion that she was calling out how Sujin seemed to be getting out of her controversy with little repercussion, since the two did go to middle school together. However, Shine did not elaborate on her post right away, and her management continued to say that they were looking further into the situation for more information before they would make a statement. In the meantime, the alleged victims explained and elaborated on their accusations against Sujin, now adding details about Shine and how Sujin would badmouth her by calling her ugly.
Okay. Oh my God. You said show this to the chat. Okay, I'll show it to the chat. What is this? Is this about Twitter? The check official tag is coming back to Twitter and to the. Thank you. Take this shit off. I don't want to see all these verified people. God damn. Get this fucking Elon. I like your Teslas, but god damn, Elon, fuck. I still want a flamethrower though. They took that shit off. Good. Cause there's literally no reason for anybody to be verified if you can just I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Elon probably just does trial and error. Makes sense. You can do that if you have all that goddamn money. But yeah. Nah, his Teslas are good. I'm never buying one, but his Teslas are amazing. Shit. You could fart. Like you can like your horn, like the little honk honk horn, it could be a fart. That's kind of funny.
Among other things. Though, as the number of accusations increased, the amount of evidence did not. But, in all fairness, neither did any evidence proving her innocence. Apparently, Cube and Sujin also met with one of the alleged victims. However, no progress was made after the victim asked for an apology, and apparently Sujin said she could not apologize since she doesn't remember doing anything she was accused of. After this, Sujin released a statement herself online, defending herself against the accusations. You can find the full statement in a link in the description. However, the most important takeaway from this statement is when Sujin said, "If it turns out that I did something wrong, then of course I will take the punishment given and leave the group." Meaning that if she was proven guilty, then she would voluntarily depart from I-dle. Then, Soshine, after about a month of her initial post going up, made a statement against Sujin, which detailed the alleged gossip that Sujin spread against her during middle school.
Oh, damn. She shouldn't have said that. But maybe, I mean, I can understand she probably was trying to be noble, but damn, what the fuck?
But once again, there was little evidence proving or disproving these allegations. Despite this, with the conflict now being between two celebrities, people online were quick to take the side of either Sujin or Shine, taking the words of whoever's side they were on as fact and arguing online, inadvertently raising the awareness of this case and making it reach the screens of millions of people worldwide. This also made more people conscious of the lack of evidence in this case, and since people typically believe the victim when there's no definitive proof, the hate against Sujin only increased. Though I will say that many hardcore I-dle fans also sent really nasty hate to Shine as well. However, to most people who became aware of this case, Sujin increasingly looked like the bad guy as more time went on. With the cries for Sujin to leave the group becoming so numerous that even though Cube initially went silent on the issue, eventually on August 14th of 2021, it was announced that Sujin would be permanently leaving I-dle.
What happens? Like, what are there like videos or like documentaries of what happens to members who just leave groups, especially big name groups, and just see like what happened? Like, I feel like there should be like a Vice video about it or something. I don't know, cause like imagine you work your whole life to like you work your whole life to get to this point and you just leave. Like, oh my God. You said she probably got so tired of being hated on, so she left. Yeah, that makes sense, but shit, bro. Damn.
The announcement of her departure, no further context on the controversy.
And then they probably get blackballed too. That is so fucked. Like, it's so fucked.
Was added as there were legal investigations ongoing that had not yet
it's
been
not
resolved,
common,
but news on the results of these cases came to light in September of 2022, over an entire year later. On September 8th of 2022, Sujin's legal representative said that Sujin had been found not guilty of the accusations against her, despite being punished as if she was guilty, and
fool. Bruh, what?
And had actually been a victim of bullying by her peers instead. So, though she was declared innocent, she was still removed from her group, had her career taken away, and her reputation has forever been tarnished for actions that she was found not guilty of.
Hold on, bro, cause is there some type of way that she can like get back, like at least come back and be supported? Because if you like, what, like I understand the mob mentality of some K-pop stans, but like Do they all just turn their eyes off when they be like, bro, they're not guilty? Stop hating on them. Like, what the fuck? She was a victim. If that was what was said, like, if it turns out that she was a victim, wouldn't the I'm saying mob mentality loosely, like, wouldn't all that hate turn into support? Because aren't y'all for victims? Or what? You said same thing happened to BI? Yeah, like that industry, its reputation, but at the same time, it's like, bro, it's wrong. Having your career ruined for some shit you didn't do is fucked up. That is so fucked up. And also, remember, I'm saying this loosely with the information I was given, but that is so fucked up.
Which I would say is mainly due to people's tendency to speak on things that they're not fully educated on, and the huge hate trains that were created because of this.
That's not
Interestingly,
me. That's not us.
despite Sujin's controversy making the group take a relatively long hiatus with no official comebacks in 2021 besides Hwa, when the group eventually did come back in March of 2022, they seemed to come back even stronger. And
you said they didn't want to admit they were wrong. Even if they were proven wrong, the fans will still believe what they want. That's so dumb. That is so dumb. Like, come on, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I really don't like that shit. Like, when people just have like hate trains and all that stuff, and it turns out that the person didn't really do what did what they said they did, and everybody just shows the back of their neck to it. Like, that is so dumb. And you can't even control that, bro. You can't even control that.
with more support than ever before. Their comeback song after Hwa, Tomboy, is their first song to reach #1 on the Gaon Digital Weekly
Tomboy is
charts,
fucking
meaning it was
good.
the most popular song on streaming platforms in Korea for at least one full week. And Tomboy also currently holds the record for the song with the most perfect all kills in 2022 in Korea, with 167.
Gentle Teddy Bear, I read what you said, and oh my god. Oh my god.
Meaning that it held the #1 position on all major music charts for 167 hours. Also, their next comeback song, Nude, released on October 17th, 2022, has also received over 100 perfect all kills already, making I-dle arguably the most impactful K-pop artist of the year. Though many people would say that this increased popularity was due to Sujin leaving the group, it's important to note that while the group was on hiatus, the other 5 members were extremely busy doing individual promotions. Soyeon released a solo album and got 2 music show wins with the song Beam Beam. Miyeon participated in acting gigs and music collaborations. Minnie also did music collaborations. Uki had a solo debut and promoted in China. And as for Shuhwa, I'm not entirely sure what she was up to in 2021, but I have heard fans complain that she was the only member who lacked solo promotions. Either way, the constant activities of the other members during Sujin's hiatus and departure were likely the bigger reason why the group is so successful today, with each individual activity introducing the group to more faces worldwide and creating more buzz around them, with all of the anticipation for their comeback exploding when Tomboy was released, propelling I-dle to the top of the competition. Before
You said you feel like it's just a trend to hate people now. That's always been a trend. Like, a normal human can smoke weed and be okay, but God forbid an idol does it. Just because they're famous, they get hate. Exactly. That. Oh my god, that hate train shit be pissing me off, bro. God damn. You said the fact that she was not only innocent but the real victim, that is very ridiculous. That is so ridiculous. So ridiculous.
we move on, I'd like to say that it is not okay to send hate to either Sujin or Shine, whether that's
don't
in
send
form
hate,
of
please.
creating hate trains on social media or
Alright,
sending
Mo.
personal messages to
Good
either
luck.
of them. You're allowed to share your opinions and
Thank you
perspective
for
on the
everything.
situation, but please be respectful when you do so. Anyways, on to section number 2.
Let's go. The Sserafim. Oh, Jesus.
I knew if I made this video, I would have to talk about Sserafim and former member Kim Garam. However, I will be completely honest and say that while I was relatively confident in my knowledge on Sujin's case, and therefore felt like I could go into detail as to what happened, I do not feel the same way about Garam's. evidences. I actively followed Sujin's case in real time, but didn't do the same for Garam's, therefore I'm going to keep my explanations brief and give some reference videos to check out this situation in more detail.
Okay.
The Sserafim debuted earlier this year on May 2nd with the song Fearless. The group initially debuted with 6 members, like every group in this video, those members being Kazuha, Eunchae, Yoonjin, Sakura, and Chaewon from IZ*ONE, as well as now former member Kim Garam. Even before debut, Garam was accused of bullying in middle school, and although a lot of the evidence's validity has now come into question, at the time the evidence against her seemed concrete and impossible to argue against. This eventually led to Garam being removed from the group on July 20th of 2022.
Okay. In terms of saying something is concrete and impossible to dispute against, I feel like the only way something can actually be impossible is if it's on video. You literally cannot. You can't. If it's on video, if you're caught in 4K, I feel like that is the only way something is like concrete. But then you could probably argue against intent or something like that. And then there goes editing the videos and stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't really think anything is impossible,
Only 2 months after they debuted. However, on August 10th, Garam made a statement defending her innocence, and on October 24th, a document aired online which apparently declared Garam innocent of bullying and stated that her version of the facts were correct. Though I'm not entirely sure what is true and what isn't, but these are the events that have transpired, and if you want an outside perspective that might have looked a bit more into this whole situation, please check out the links in the description.
Shout out to him for his cause messages can be edited too. See, this is a slippery slope. Oh my god.
So next up we have a group whose former member thankfully does not have any scandal surrounding their departure, and that group is Apink. Although, despite not having any controversy, the story behind Apink turning into a 5-member group from 6 is rather unfortunate. Initially, Apink actually debuted with 7 members on April 19th of 2011, with members Namju, Eunji, Bomi, Chorung, Hayoung, and now former members Nan and Yukyung. And they were active as 7 until April of 2013, and as 6 until April of this year, 2022. Which means that most of the members had all been active together for almost 11 years.
Damn.
They've released around 20 singles, have sold hundreds of thousands of albums, and have cemented themselves as one of the most impactful K-pop groups of all time. Like, you can't really be a K-pop stan and not know who Apink are. Over time, the group has solidified a pretty decent-sized fan base who love every single one of the members. I don't know too much about Apink's former 7th member Yukyung, however, I don't think most people do, as she left relatively early in the group.
You said there are literally templates that make it look. Yeah, there are. The internet is a scary place now. It's so scary.
Who love every single one of the members. I don't know too much about Apink's former 7th member Yukyung, however, I don't think most people do, as she left relatively early in the group's career, and before the release of their most iconic songs, No 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 and Mr. Chu, which propelled them into the mainstream. Therefore, most people who know Apink know them as 6, which is fair considering that's the number they've been at for a majority of their career. The beginning of Nan's departure from Apink begins in 2021, when 5 of the 6 members decided to renew their contracts with IST, formerly known as Playam Entertainment. Nan was the one member who did not renew her contract, due to her signing with YG Entertainment under their actor division in order to pursue her acting career. However, it was said that Nan would still be able to be part of Apink for group activities. We did see this statement come to fruition when Nan participated in Apink's most recent comeback, Dilemma, released in February of 2022. But due to scheduling conflicts between YG and IST, Nan was only in the music video and did not participate in any of the music show stages. And besides an occasional TikTok or two, Nan was not present for Dilemma's promotions whatsoever, which raised fans' concerns regarding Nan's future in the group. However, things seemed to go fine throughout February and March. The group won a music show award for Dilemma, and things went smoothly as promotions for the song ended. And as March came to a close, the group seemed solid to hit their 11th anniversary as 6. That is, until April 8th. On April 8th of 2022, only 11 days away from the group's 11th anniversary, Nan posted on her Instagram with a handwritten letter that she was departing from Apink. No reason was given besides scheduling conflicts, presumably between YG and IST. Fans, for the most part, were left without any context besides the scheduling conflicts Nan mentioned in her post, but it has been speculated that Nan was actually asked to leave Apink back when she first signed with YG, which only fanned the flames of angry fans who were upset with both companies involved.
Well, in all honesty, I'm not surprised if that's like, I'm not surprised if that's what like probably would happen. I'm not surprised at all. That makes sense to me. Well, makes sense of them asking them to leave. You know what I'm saying? No.
Still, even with all the outrage and demands
If
of
that's what
further
happened.
explanation, little information has come out regarding the departure since, which makes this one feel especially sad considering it was less than 2 weeks away from the group's 11th year anniversary.
And I'm gonna be honest, if to me, and just don't take this as gospel, but to me, I would think that the label would tell them like, you gotta leave, but don't say anything, because she was allowed to participate with IST as well. So I guess maybe to cover their asses, I don't know. I don't know. Which would explain the explanation of just scheduling conflicts, I guess.
Of course, Apink is still doing fine today. The group recently had a subunit with members Chorong and Bomi debut, which did relatively well, and the members, both past and present, are all carrying on with their lives and careers. Still, the situation is all around just unfortunate for everyone involved, and it seems like it could have been avoided with just a little bit more extra effort. But let me know your thoughts on this situation in the comments.
Everglow forever, let's go.
The final group we'll be talking about in depth for this video is a group who has seemingly defeated this curse, despite many thinking they would be the next victims.
Okay.
This group is Everglow. Everglow initially debuted in 2019 with 6 members: EU, Mia, Shihyun, Anda, Asha, and Iren, under Uehua Entertainment. Iren and Shihyun also participated in Produce 48, but did not get enough votes to debut in IZ*ONE. Thankfully, the group still found immediate success, getting their first music show win in their debut year and consistently had 2 releases each year up until 2021. Weirdly though, their most recent comeback was back in December of 2021 with the song Pirate, meaning that it's been over 11 months since they've put out an official comeback. What's also noticeable is that Chinese member Iren, who is the only foreign member of the group, has not been in Korea since January, instead focusing on solo promotions in China. Ordinarily, this wouldn't be the biggest deal or raise for concern. Plenty of groups take hiatuses to focus on individual promotions, right? But since Everglow is under Uehua, things are a bit different. See, Uehua has a bit of history with Chinese members of their K-pop groups, with the most noticeable instance of this being WJSN. See, most of you probably know WJSN as a group managed by Starship Entertainment, but you may or may not know that Uehua manages 3 members, those members being Cheng Xiao, Zhuani, and Meichi. Notice I didn't say former members, but the 3 of them have been inactive from WJSN since 2018 to focus on individual activities in China. And when I say this, I mean they have literally not participated in any of the group's comebacks or done any promotions with the group since 2018,
Jesus.
despite still technically being a part of the group, leaving most fans of WJSN to essentially view the 3 of them as former members. And since these 3 members and Everglow are managed by the same company, many people were scared that the same thing was going to happen to Iren. While Iren was promoting in China, the rest of Everglow's members have had group activities, performing at festivals and joint concerts, acting as if business was going on as usual, and seemingly transitioning into a 5-member group seamlessly. To add on top of this, Iren also had a solo debut in China, which is a pattern that also happened with WJSN's Chinese members, who also had solo debuts when they promoted in China. So questions started to rise regarding whether or not Iren would ever come back to the group, and if Everglow would be the next victim of the 6-member curse. But during September of 2022, on live broadcast, Iren announced that she would be returning to Korea to come back with Everglow. And this announcement has been followed up on when Iren was seen back in Korea at the airport on November 8th, only a
Hey.
couple of days ago. This is all essentially confirmation that Everglow will soon begin preparing for a new Korean comeback as a 6-member group, meaning that they won't be the next victims of the 6-member curse.
Yeah.
So, while it does seem like many 6-member groups are doomed to lose a member eventually, it is not a definitive curse, and it can be beaten. Besides Everglow, other 6-member groups that have survived the test of time are Astro, Stacy, IVE, and P1 Harmony,
Yes.
among others. But there is still speculation that the curse may strike again soon.
Man, fuck that
Other
curse.
than the group I've mentioned today, we've seen other 6-member groups either lose a member or disband completely, such as G-Friend, Highlight, formerly known as Beast, and Tiara. Obviously, I hope the 6-member curse goes away soon, but who knows what will happen in the crazy industry that is K-pop. And that concludes this video.
That was very informative. I like Minjae. He's very informative, yo. I respect his journalistic integrity as well. To me, I would just say, in all honesty, fuck that curse, okay? Fuck that curse. Maybe we could just chop it up as shit happens and coincidences, maybe. I don't know. Or it could just be something that's bubbling. But at the same time, right now, it's fuck that curse. Because we got people that, that beat that damn curse. Shit. An Everglow comeback coming soon, huh? My ears perked up when I heard that. Real shit.